Hi, everybody, and welcome to Conversations. My name is Tricia Ayers, and I am the Outreach Director for Oklahoma Senior Law, a Tulsa based elder law firm. Today, we're going to be reaching out into our community and talking with Autumn Kramer, who is a master level social worker for Hospice of Green Country. So let's get to it. Autumn, thank you so much for joining us. And please tell us a little bit about what hospice care is.
Hospice is a form of healthcare that's focused on comfort. We're used to, in Western medicine, being used to curative therapies. And when there's no longer a cure, what do? And so that's where hospice comes in and provides comfort for the rest of the time that the person's here.
And how does a family member know if their loved one should have hospice care? I think that's a really good question.
Oh, definitely. And a lot of the times the doctor will be the one that, refers someone to hospice, but a lot of the times doctors aren't comfortable having those conversations and they won't be had. And so what we suggest, if you're unsure if your loved one is ready for hospice, call hospice. Hospices are more than happy to come out and do what's called an information visit. And they will come out to your home, or if you'd rather have a phone call during these crazy COVID times, then we can discuss hospice over the phone and then get information on the loved one to find out medical records, to find out if they're appropriate for hospice.
And you mentioned COVID. We have to go there. How did that interrupt the service that your hospice gives to your patients?
It has interrupted it a great deal, more than anyone anticipated. With the facilities in particular, patients that are in independent living and nursing homes and assisted living facilities often don't allow hospice in at all, aside from maybe a nurse if we're lucky. And then the families aren't allowed in either. So it's been a real burden to not be able to visit our patients and do the work that, we're meant to do. It's a lot of hands-on, face-to-face contact. And when we can't have that, it's been detrimental.
And I know some of our clients, their families have actually brought them out of the nursing home and brought them home during this time.
Yes, we have had patients come home, and we've also had patients, families move patients to different facilities that allow visits.
And so hospice care, in the beginning of this process and learning about hospice, I just thought it was at the very end of somebody's life that you were making them comfortable. But this can be quite a long process that somebody can be on hospice care, correct?
It has, correct. That is a huge misconception with hospice, is that it's for that very finite end time. And that's not true at all. I mean, we've had hospice patients that have been on service for 4 years. And so it's just, 4 years. So it's not just, your 6 months. It has to be a doctor diagnosing you that you'll, be within 6 months of life. But if your disease doesn't run its course in 6 months, then it's just a recertification.
I had no idea that length of time. That I think is something that should be out there, that kind of information, because I think people like myself thought it was just that last week or something, and it's not. It can really help their family member be comfortable and give the family time to be family and not trying to find a cure for something that there isn't a cure for, but make their loved one very comfortable at home in their surroundings.
Right.
Also, I noticed, I went to the website.
That hope for peace.
Yeah, your website has so much information. It's really clearly well laid out, and it is hospice of greencountry.org. So it's not a net or a com, it's .org.
.org.
Such an amazing, the way it's laid out. Just the more questions I had, the more answers I got from the website. I was like, oh, what happened? Oh, you've answered that question. So that's a really good tool for people to go to. I saw one thing that warmed my heart. It was about pets. Could you tell us a little bit about that program?
Yes, Hospice of Green Country. We're a nonprofit hospice, which kind of gives us an edge where we're able to offer some programs that other hospices aren't able to offer. And one is our Pet Peace of Mind program. And that started with a chaplain at Hospice of Green Country years ago who saw the need for pets to stay in the home with the patient. Our pets are our family. You know, sometimes they're more important than our family, and it's very important to, you know, have them with it to make your end of life the best possible. So with Pet Peace of Mind, what we do is we keep the pet in the home as long as possible by providing grooming, vaccinations, the pet food, and it's not just dogs. We've taken care of horses, we've taken care of birds, reptiles. It's all to keep that pet with the patient. And then at the end, if they don't have a family member to take that loved pet, then we're able to provide fostering and homes for the pets so that that person leaves here knowing that their pet is taken care of.
Ah, that must be such a comfort. That must be such a comfort to them.
It is, definitely.
I also noticed that, of course, you take donations. You're a nonprofit. How do people, there's a fee involved with hospice?
With Hospice of Green Country, in particular with nonprofit hospice, there is no fee associated with us. So if you don't have insurance, no worries there, you will be taken care of, but most hospice is covered by your insurance.
How wonderful. So nobody should avoid hospice.
Just because not avoid hospice for financial reasons. Medicare pays most hospice at 100%, and insurance covers hospice. But then there's hospices that, you know, will pay. So there is no reason to not have hospice for financial concerns.
Wonderful. And of course, also being a nonprofit, you love volunteers, you love donations, and you also had a wish list. Have you seen your wish list on the?
Yes, we do. We have a wish list. We have, I'm not sure what they've added on it recently, but we have items that can be used in patient homes. We have lists for food items for patients that we do a lot of non-funded patients. And so there's food items and things that we have a food pantry where we can give meal items to patients and their families as well.
So I would challenge anybody who is downsizing or clearing through their homes, go and look at the wish list. You may have something on the wish list that you could donate, and I'm sure you could donate your time too. So Autumn, what made you get into this line of work? What was your passion behind it?
Well, actually, I started volunteering at a local hospice house here in Tulsa, Oklahoma called Clare House. And they're homes for the dying, and they have them all across the United States. And so I started volunteering at one of these homes as my great-grandmother had passed in a hospice home. And through that work, volunteer work, it made me realize that I wanted a new career path. And so I gave up a business that I was running and decided to go back to school for social work and got into hospice.
Wow, that's wonderful. It's always wonderful when you can do something that you have a passion for and you know how much that it helps other people. So where's the hospice located? It's in Tulsa. Okay. Where is it located?
Okay, so our hospice office is in downtown Tulsa, but another misconception is we do not take care of people at our office. Hospice, you're taken care of in your home or in facilities like a nursing home or an assisted living. And then also in a hospice house is an option as well. But that is also a misconception that it's a place to go. Right. We take care of you in your home and come in on your terms, and you have a team of people, which includes the social workers like myself, nurses, chaplains for non-denominational spiritual support, aides to help in bathing and light housekeeping and meal prep, if necessary, and then volunteers who can come in and just visit with you or, you know, run the vacuum and things of that nature. But it's a team of people that are coming into your home to help you at home.
And does it vary on how many hours the team or the team members would be coming into your home? Is everything assessed? And then what's the maximum amount of time that somebody from hospice team would be in your house?
Okay, so hospice is an intermittent service. It is not 24-hour in-home care. So we're a supplement to the family. So on average, a social work visit would be an hour to 2 hours, same with a chaplain visit. And then you have nurses who are coming in and assessing your vitals and checking for pain and pain management. And then you have the aides that are coming in for bathing. So really it just depends on the need. We have many patients that are fully capable of still being able to do everything in their home. And you can still go on vacations and you can still do all the things that you normally do. And we would contract with a hospice out of state so that you would still get that care wherever you go. So it's way more than anyone really imagines.
Well, awesome. You have educated me on many, many things about hospice that I did not know yet, that I was embarrassed I did not know. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you hopping on this video conference with me, and we're going to put it on Facebook Live. And I hope to meet you in person one day, Miss Awesome.
Yes, I hope for that too. And if you ever want more information about hospice, or anyone does, please feel free. Hospice of Green Country prides ourselves in education in the community. And so if anyone ever has any questions about hospice, please just give us a call and we'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions.
And I will post that information on the end of the video. Okay?
Great. Thank you so much, Trista.